All right, hi, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming out today. I know we've been tracking, and the media's been tracking what's been happening here at the school, and I'm joined by so many in our community. We have an interfaith council that's come together. We've established the interfaith council before the incident that happened at Hemenway, and it was great to have this team to call upon to come together and talk about how to address issues around hate in our schools. Let me just start by saying there's absolutely no place for hate in our schools. There's no place for that in our community, and this is a community problem. And while, it's not great to be featured on media right now for a hate issue, I think it presents as an opportunity for a bigger conversation in communities across the Commonwealth. This is not a Framingham problem. This is not a Hemenway problem. This is a pervasive problem around hate that we have to take a stand on and address. And we're here just to do that today. So we've been meeting with the family, as you can imagine, and the principal is here with me. We have so many from our central office team who've been committed to this and working to really just resolve the matter. So for the media, for families to know that we are investigating this, we're taking this very, very seriously. While we don't imagine that this is an imminent danger to the school, our safety is our priority, and we're going to continue to make that our priority. And I'm happy to take any questions that you may have, a couple of questions. But just to be clear, we are currently investigating the situation to try to identify exactly, who may have authored the note. But primarily, we want to make sure that the child and the families, all the children here, are safe.
Danger to the child, considering the note was a direct threat of violence.
Well, I don't know if Liz wants to comment on that. We did, inspect backpacks and things, but when you think about a child who's, in fifth grade. That kind of hate, where does that come from? It's not an innate feeling that a child would have to, where is this coming from? And the concern that we have is how is this a teachable opportunity in our classroom? So, Liz, to her credit, our principal has taken the time to go to all the classrooms and talk in our fifth grade with the children and really try to process this, has met with staff to process this. So, well, you can never be absolutely sure. We are taking those precautionary measures to address that. I want to give an opportunity also to a representative from we have our interfaith community behind me, and who, if you want to say a few comments, Debbie, I would appreciate that. Thank you.
We were in the art room this morning when the loudspeaker came on, and a group of fifth graders invited us to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and then for all the students to repeat the Hemenway mission statement. And I just want to read this now because I think this speaks to what we're seeking to be. Hemenway's mission statement is to develop a community of learners who are here to learn, grow, and become positive members of society. Our core values are Hemenway Tigers respect themselves, Hemenway Tigers respect others, Hemenway Tigers respect our school, Hemenway Tigers persevere. So we're here because we're very concerned about an incident that happened that is unacceptable, that hate has no place, and that clearly does not show this respect. And we're also here to say we support the schools, the children, the teachers, the superintendent, the staff, the administration in their efforts to make this a teachable moment, and that we're committed to saying how do we, as a larger city of Framingham, keep working to build this in our wider community, a place where people are celebrated for who they are, where we celebrate our diversity of faith perspectives and ethnicities and races and gender orientation and our backgrounds, and recognize that we are stronger when we come together. Thanks. I'm Reverend Debbie Clark, and I'm pastor at Edwards Church, United Church of Christ in Framingham. No E.
Hello. The Mayor Spicer could not be here this morning. She's traveling. We were on the phone with her earlier this morning and got a statement from her. Hatred and discrimination will not be tolerated in Framingham. I am dismayed at this latest act of bigotry and will do everything to ensure the safety of our students and residents. As mayor, I take pride in our community, and with its vibrant diversity, we must all stand against injustice and speak against it at all times.
Do not have any documented incidences of this. We have had bullying as all schools. We work really diligently to ensure that all children feel safe, but no, we've not had something that was such a targeted, hateful message. And we were really, it's very upsetting to me and to my community because we take children's safety as the most important aspect. And when I was talking to the children yesterday, I said, you know, you come to school to learn and to read and to write and to do all of our academics, but the most important thing to me and to your teachers is that you feel safe and respected at Hemenway School. And I honestly am heartbroken, and I think my whole community is, because this is not just a one and done. This is something we live every single day with every single student, trying to make them feel respected and included, and it's devastating that this incident occurred, and we're working really diligently to make sure that everyone in our community is safe and respected. And my staff is, I have to tell you, when you come to school every day to teach children, my staff is devastated that this happened at our school, because we pride ourselves as being an inclusive, warm, caring community, and I do feel that we are, but obviously we have someone who's not feeling respectful and is not respecting the rights of others. So I'm sorry. The student
Representatives from the Islamic Society of Framingham, and basically, if like Principal Simon said, if you did ever meet the girl, she's very nice, very kind, loving, just a regular 10-year-old girl, and you know, everything Islamic that she has, she knows, like spreading happiness. Like one of the things that we really embody is when you smile at another person, it is as if you're like getting D's for just smiling at a person. So that's what we try to instill in our children. I'm also one of the youth directors at the mosque, and we teach these kids all the time, like, you know, you'll face some of this hate, some of these negative things towards you, but always try to remember that peace and love always wins. And we try to teach these kids, and she's coming to school with a positive attitude. She doesn't want the bully or whoever did this to win. She doesn't want to seem weak. She knows that what she stands for, what she believes in is correct, and that's what we try to teach all the kids over there at the mosque. So.
So I'm going to wrap us up. I want to thank everybody for coming out today. We have to go back to work and really address this in our schools, and we have business to do. So thank you again for your time and attention today. And I want to thank the mayor's office, our police department, our entire interfaith council who's joined me this morning, and so many others who are in support of this work. We'll figure this out, and we'll come together and we'll heal as a community. And let's use this as an opportunity, as a platform to say we stand against this. We won't tolerate it. We shouldn't tolerate it here. We shouldn't tolerate it anywhere, frankly. Let's get behind that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sure. My name is Jamal Siddiqui, Jamaal. Last name Siddiqui, Siddiqui.
Do you want to just talk about the meeting this morning and how it went?
Sure. So today we had a meeting with the interfaith, the superintendent, the assistant, the head of security. It was pretty much to give us a rundown as to how they're going to move forward with this, and they reassured us that their main priority is to get to the bottom of the issue and find out who did this and why they did. Our main concern as a family is the safety of our kids that attend the school, along with the safety of all the kids who attend, because this is alarming, and it's sad to see that kids at this age are dwelling in racism when they don't really know what it is and how it affects the other kids around them. So we're hoping that in the next couple of days this can get resolved. Yeah.
How do you feel coming away from that meeting?
There's still a long ways to go, but we know that the school and the school board is doing the best that they can, but it doesn't mean that we're taking this lightly in any way. It's still concerning. We need a resolution as soon as possible.
How is your niece doing?
She's hanging in there. She's a strong girl, but at the end of the day, she is a 10-year-old, and it takes a toll on kids. It takes a toll on the family altogether. So she's in her quiet state right now, which is more alarming for us because she's not like that. She's upbeat. She's always outside playing in the cold and stuff, and she's refraining from doing that because she's scared, and she has all the right to be scared. But we're just trying to give her the support that she needs.
Do you feel like this was indicative of the community that we survived?
Yeah, my wife and I, we were brought up in Framingham, and we've been well connected to the community as a whole, and the last thing you expect is to happen in your own backyard kind of thing, and this was really surprising. I told everybody yesterday that, yeah, we grew up, we went through racism because we were in the era of going war against terrorism and everything, but these kids weren't even born at that time, and they're going through this still. It's sad. They shouldn't be going through this at this point. Islam has nothing to do with terrorism. You can't judge a whole crate of apples just by one rotten apple. It's sad.
Do you think that this is a child imitating an adult? Or do you think that there's a child?
I think it's very likely that the kids' surroundings has a huge impact on what they're saying and doing, and I highly suggest, and if it is a child, their parents should really look into rethinking what they talk about around their kids and their views about other races. You can't judge a book by its cover. You can't judge a whole nation or religion by a few bad people.
Have the police given you any indication of what they're doing on their end?
They're investigating it. I'm sure they briefed us what they're planning to do, and that's as much information that they gave us also.
You're confident though that they're taking it seriously and investigating?
I hope to God that they're taking it seriously, because if they're not, then we're gonna have to just take another route at that point to figure out what it is and get to the bottom of this, because as a family we're not gonna take it lightly.
What do you hope comes from all of this?
Our biggest outcome would be that this doesn't happen to any other child at this age, and that people should realize that not all Muslims have a personal vendetta or that they all are terrorists, because that's not what the situation is here. Today it's a child that has to face this at this age, and tomorrow it can be anybody else. And it's an ongoing trend, and it's just getting worse and worse by the day. And what I would like to bring to light is that this needs to be brought to an end, that this is not something to be taken lightly. Religion has never taught anybody to do wrong or hurt anybody, and I can personally vouch from that, because I and my family are devout Muslims, and that's not what we live by. We don't live by hurting other people. We want to be happy. We want to be a part of the community, and that's what we teach our kids also.